Okay, folks, I wanted to show you some lots. I had a video I did before that was talking about, if you don't want to go the economic citizenship way, which is more expensive to come to St. Kitts, but you'll get the passport really fast, as quick as 60 days with accelerated option added to it. This is another option you can pick. And these are for people, maybe you do have the money, maybe you don't, okay? But I can show you, this is by far the cheapest way if you want to go to a place that has no income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax. And I'm going to tell you something, if you haven't seen my other videos, St. Kitts has more visa-free travel than any of the fast-track programs in the Caribbean. In fact, it was tied with Barbados for having the best visa-free travel of any countries in the Caribbean, okay? 162 countries, visa-free or visa-free on arrival countries and territories. Now, you can actually purchase up here. This area I'm going to walk you down to is called New Haven and also Half Moon Bay Heights. And one thing I like about this, which I've put on other videos, you can actually see it better from up here than what I told you before, is if you look down there, you're going to get this in Half Moon Bay that you will not get in Frigate Bay. And that is, you see the golf course and the ocean there, they meet together. Now, people that come down here and look, they won't notice this until actually they come down here for a while and they go, why is it that Half Moon Bay just looks a little bit better than Frigate Bay? Well, I'm going to tell you, they both have advantages and disadvantages. So I'm going to tell you also the disadvantages here also. But you'll notice that the golf course dips right in the ocean there. Most people will not pick that detail up. This is where a lot of the magazines that show pictures of St. Kitts, this is where they show this picture, is right here, or on the other place here, either in these drones, or they do it from the air, from airplanes or whatever. But they'll actually show this picture because this is where the golf course meets the ocean, okay? When you get way back over here, all right, where the Marriott is, and then further over to the right of that in this video, you're going to see properties all the way down between the golf course and the ocean. So you're not going to have this drop off where the ocean meets the golf course. And when you're seeing it in a picture, you can see how nice it looks, okay? Now, there is disadvantages from coming here. I'm going to tell you both of them. One of them is, if you buy and you're not a citizen and you buy here, again, if you're a citizen, you will avoid this. That's why you should be getting economic citizenship. But you're going to have to pay a 10% land alien holder license here unless you are a citizen already of the Eastern Caribbean Union countries, because they still have to file the land alien holder license, but they don't have to pay this 10% fee. But most people looking at this video would have to pay that, okay? So now, is it 10% higher to live in Frigate Bay? Roughly 15 if you're going up on the math part. Some cases yes, some cases no. You have to look at, but I'm going to tell you as a whole, Frigate Bay is higher than Half Moon Bay, okay? So that 10% is built in. In some cases, even paying the 10%, it's still going to be cheaper to buy a property here than Frigate Bay, okay? And actually the views, in my opinion, are actually better, okay? Now, but the only thing is, when you resell it, if you're reselling someone that's not a citizen, that they have to be explained this, because they're just looking at the 10%. They don't realize that, in some cases, Frigate Bay is more expensive than the 10% addition, okay? Because remember, people that are foreigners can buy in Frigate Bay and they don't have to pay the land alien holder license. Even if they're not a citizen and they're buying in Frigate Bay, they escape the land alien holder license of 10%, okay? No matter who buys there, okay? Now, let's walk up here. Now, one thing I wanted to tell you here, too, one thing that's nice here is if you want to get permanent residency, and I'm going to walk up this way, I'll kind of show you as I'm walking up, is the great thing here is you can get permanent residency, so you can buy a lot here. They have incredible views of the ocean and the golf course. And, I mean, if you got something like this in California, you'd be giving half of your money out in taxes, number one, income tax, state, federal, Social Security, wealth tax, everything else that you're paying. And you're not going to get views like this. St. Kitts doesn't have an income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax. Now again, these taxes I'm telling you about pertain to people that are not U.S. citizens. Again, you can qualify for the foreign overseas exclusion, which will help your earned income, not investment income, but earned income up to limits. You want to get around all high taxes, you're going to have to relinquish your U.S. citizenship with no limits on taxes. If you want to get it to zero, you're going to have to relinquish, okay? So you can still keep your citizenship, live here, and get your taxes to zero with a foreign overseas exclusion. It depends on your tax situation, okay? We can advise you, refer you to people that specialize in doing this, okay? So this is the view that you've got. I'm going to walk up here. I'm going to actually show you. This particular lot I'm getting ready to show you has got the best view. And you'll agree with me if you ever come over here and see this. It's the best view in Half Moon or New Haven by far. It's a lot. It's not a house already built on it. Okay, and I want to tell you why. It's because it curves around. You can see the whole southeast peninsula of the mountains. I always had a friend tell me that if you can get the mountains, the ocean, the golf course all in one view, that's an incredible view, and it really is. This is a killer. This is like a multi-million-dollar view in a country where you can get it at a fraction of that price. But I'm going to tell you folks, it ain't going to stay that way, because more and more people are buying, and now what's happening is they're moving in Half Moon Bay. They filled in Frigate Bay. Now they're coming over here, and a lot of people are seeing the same way I am. The views here are actually a lot better. All right, now I'm going to walk down here so you can kind of see. This is by far the best view in Half Moon Bay in New Haven, by far. I'm going to show you why. The lot goes like around this way, southeast peninsula. It goes all the way around this way, and this is why it's called Half Moon Bay. See that curve in the ocean down there? Looks just like a half moon. That's why they call it Half Moon Bay. And this is right in the middle of the half moon, which the hue down here is probably pretty hard to see on the camera, but you get this real blue greenish hue in the water. It's just incredible knockout view, okay? But you not only see the southeast peninsula here all the way around, but you got this view all the way around. I mean, it's like it's more than a 90 degree. It's almost like almost 180 degree view all the way around this way, because the lot goes all the way down here. It's right at 17,000 square feet, okay? And so the lot goes actually where I started, way back here. It goes all the way down here and stops right about here. There's the lot post right there. You can see where it stops. And it goes way up to the top and then over the hill. This is the view that you've got. And look at the view over here in the mountains. Just incredible. This is the type of view that you want, okay? That is by far the best view. Now, we do have other lots too, which I'm going to show you. And I'm going to show you those on another video. But again, you can get permanent residency without the work to work. But doesn't mean that you can't work and set up a local company, but you would have to get approval for that. Okay, doesn't mean they won't let you do it, but you know, you would have to get special approval. But like I said, if you got an internet type business is done offshore, no need to do that. Have your company outside of St. Kitts. Okay, that's the best way to do that, folks. If you want to learn more, again, look at our next video. I'm going to show you more lots on this. We're going to have a series of these where you can kind of look at this and see the views that are just incredible up here. Again, go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. And I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. And again, don't forget, hit the subscribe button to the right of your screen. We've got roughly around 900 videos that you can look at that just go into everything, not just St. Kitts. We deal with over 100 different countries. I like this country because no income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax, almost no property tax, and they allow dual citizenship, English-speaking country. You can get the passport as quick as around 60 days. Folks, it's got every negative just taken right out, okay? And this is the thing I like about this place. And there is no country in the world that has the visa-free travel this has, with all those boxes that I just checked. There is no other ones. Sure, you've got Vanuatu, this is a pure tax haven, but it has nowhere near the visa-free travel that they've got here. That's the big key. And again, St. Kitts is close. You know, Vanuatu is on the other end of the planet. This is close to a lot of places. It's not too far from Europe, eight hours from Europe. You're looking at direct flights to London from St. Kitts. And you can go to the U.S., certain parts of the U.S. as quick as 3.5 hours, depending on where you're going, okay? So it's not just this location. You got a lot of wealthy people here you know, if you've got a certain business here locally and you want to market your product locally or your service, this is a great place to do it. So again, I'm going to go over the other lots on another video, so stay tuned for that. I'll be glad to help you on there, and I'll talk to you on the next video. Take care.